To most people, AI is completely useless unless you know exactly how to use it to make money. Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm a software engineer with over 4 years of experience using AI tools. I also run several small businesses that have netted me thousands of dollars over the past couple of years that both use and don't use AI. So I have particular experience knowing which AI skills are actually useful and which aren't. And by the end of this video, you should have a great framework on how to move forward and actually use AI to maybe create a business and make some real money of your own. So what is value? You have a customer and they have a dream outcome and a perceived likelihood of achievement. And that is over the time delay for them to get it and the effort and sacrifice it also is going to take in order to achieve that. So the more that the time delay and the effort and sacrifice decrease, the value goes up. And also, as much as the dream outcome and the perceived likelihood of achievement increases, the value also goes up. So if you have some sort of product that you can actually have both of these sides of the equation going in complete opposite ways, you can make something that's very valuable. And let me give you an example. Let's imagine that you are somebody who mows lawns. If you're somebody who can promise to another person that, hey, even before you notice your grass gets high, I'm going to make sure that your lawn is completely cut and well taken care of, right? So that means that the time delay of them getting their service is going to be really low. And you also say, hey, you don't even have to worry about paying me every single time I cut the grass. All you have to do is put your credit card information right here, and the effort and the sacrifice of you actually paying me after every single job, you talking to a landscaper, is completely none. And also, I'm a professional. I'm going to bag all the grass. I'm going to make sure that everything is super nice. Look at all these customers I have. That is somebody that I would want to hire. Think about that in the opposite way, right? You're just a kid on the block who has a small little lawnmower and you can't really get to all the customers in one day. So you have to split the customers across different days. And, oh, I can only come to you after 5 p.m. and you're going to have to make sure you only pay me in cash because I don't have a credit card. All of this stuff makes the value of the service go down. So as people who are trying to make money, we have to keep this value principle, this value equation in the back of our head to make sure that we're actually providing value to somebody when we're selling them a service. So what's this skill then? What is the service we're going to be providing? I think for me, AI is the best at building websites. Every business needs a website, but millions still don't have them. And if you don't believe me, look at the local businesses in your area and you can't tell me that every single one of them has a website. With AI being the next generation of how search is going to work, having a website that an AI can parse, look at, and actually derive information from means that the information on that website is way more valuable than it used to be or was in the past, right? Because it's not just people looking for you on the website, it's AI scraping the internet that's going to be looking for the business. And that might have sounded like a bunch of tech mumbo jumbo, but at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is, again, provide value. You're trying to provide a website to somebody to increase the amount of sales that they get. For the customer, they're going to get the customer, as in the person that you're serving, they're going to get the dream outcome of having more sales. It's going to be super easy for you to actually make the website because you can build it really fast. I'm going to show you how to do that. And it's not going to take that much time for them to actually see and get the website implemented. And also, if you do this a bunch of times for a bunch of businesses, you can even run this thing called an agency in which you build people's websites for them and you charge thousands and thousands of dollars. And this is a real business model that a lot of people have made a lot of money from. Let's talk about the technical side. And I want you to say to yourself, I can build a website, because really, if you boil it down, what even is a website? It doesn't need to be anything fancy where you have a crazy, toolbar over here and a chat message over here and, interactive AI agent over here. You don't need any of that stuff. All you need is to say, hey, I have stuff, please buy my stuff, and then a way for the user to go buy that stuff. If we boil it down to that, I'm certain that you can actually create or even draw out what a website or a web page could be that you can sell to a client or a customer. And in terms of oh, I don't know how to code and I don't think I know how to actually make things look good, right? That's really the wrong question to be asking, right? Because if we're here to use AI to make money, we have to ask ourselves, what is AI good at? What is it really good at? It's good at making websites. So Do you need to know how to code? Well, yes, you technically should know how to code if you're making these websites and selling it to people, right? But no, you don't need the permission of knowing how to code in order to sell a product like an AI built website. Because with AI, the knowledge that it used to require to actually build a website is completely gone. So it's your job to capitalize on this and make sure that you can actually make money from the people who need a service not being provided a service. Because, hey, AI can build websites super easily, but how come every business doesn't technically still have a website? It's because people don't know how to leverage it, and that's where you slot in and fit into the picture. Before we continue, I just want to let you know that I am working on an AI Foundations course where I will be teaching and walking people through how to actually leverage AI and make money doing it. If you're interested in something like that and learning more about the course, please check the link down below and sign up for my email newsletter. All right, so now let's actually walk through how somebody could build an AI website for a business in less than 10 minutes. So remember, the idea is I have stuff, please buy stuff. That's the website, okay? So the tools that we're gonna use here, and I'm gonna try being as simple as I possibly can, is Claude. And we're also going to use this business, California Dentistry, which I just looked up as one of our examples. So California Dentistry, as you can see here, when I clicked on this website button, doesn't actually have a website. You can see that they have information on how to actually get to the website, but they don't have any sort of web page or place where I can actually find and provide a service. So as soon as you see something like this, you can just note this person down in an Excel page, create like a customer profile or something like that. But let's not worry too much about that yet. Let's talk just about how you're actually going to build the website, right? So really simply, all I did was took the picture of the California Dentistry and took the picture of the information from the website that the company provided. And I said this: design me a simple landing page for a local dentistry business with this information. And you can also find all of this in this entire prompt in the description down below. I want the website to look professional and standard, where patients can see the available times for the office and display the professionalism of the website. Use stock images and photos to fill in the areas of the website that would otherwise need images. Something I want you to notice here is that I chose to use this model, Opus 4.6. Now, I can't explain to you all the intricacies of the differences between new AI models because they pretty much release every other week, but all I will say is that this choice is very important, and it's going to really dictate the amount of quality that your website has. If you're using a model that's pretty crappy, like GPT, 4.0 or something like that, and you're trying to generate something like this, your website is not going to look good. And that's how you provide a bad service, and you do not want that. So let's see what the chatbot actually produced. Wow, look, it's an entire website that says California Dentistry, your smile deserves expert care, providing compassionate, comprehensive dental care to the Santa Ana community, using all the information that I provided it and putting it into this website. It's really simple. I mean, it's not the craziest and the most beautiful website, but it does something that websites need to do. It says, I have stuff, please buy stuff. And that's pretty much all we're trying to do. Now, you may say to yourself, okay, this thing is just living within my Claude code. I can't really use it. What the heck am I supposed to do with it? Well, there's actually tools that you can use to launch and host your own website for absolutely free. And I'll pull this up right now. So as you can see, I'm actually on this website and interacting with the web page. There's the contact information, there's the weekly schedule on when the patient's going to be there, and you have a Google rating and some fake reviews and stuff like that. You can obviously work with the client to make sure that their website looks a lot better and a lot cleaner. But as you can see here, I just created value for a company in less than 10 minutes or so. This is the value that AI provides. The customer doesn't need to understand that it only took you this much time to produce this website. If anything, it's better if they have a selection of choices and they can see maybe different designs and what you could possibly make with them. And then you can give like different packages and different deals for that. But the point of the matter is, again, you took a skill that used to take a lot of money and a lot of time to learn, and you now are able to create a product for somebody to create them value. And I want to go back to this value equation. AI skill that can make you real money is building websites for businesses. You take a dream outcome of having a business website that actually looks clean, and the perceived likelihood of achievement, which is already super high because guess what? You can make multiple different website designs that all have different themes, different looks with less than $20 a month subscription for a Claude subscription. And you can actually provide real value to customers in a short period of time without much effort and sacrifice. So if you want to learn an AI skill that can make you real money, please learn how to build a website for somebody. And then you have to learn how to sell that, which you can learn more about in the link in the description down below.